Okay. Hey.
Hello. It's
Hello.
another beautiful Monday here in gorgeous Hermosa Beach.
And what's your favorite saying about the area? I know I'm putting you on the spot. 72 and sunny.
Oh, 72 and sunny. But except today, I think it's 80 or something. It's super hot. I mean, I can't
here we are,
believe-
almost November, and it's pretty warm out.
Yeah. So today we have a super duper uber exciting topic for us to discuss.
I am titillated with excitement.
Yes.
I am
it's
shaking
the
with anticipation.
The ultimate, I guess, tool or what do you call it?
For real estate,
Service.
right? Compass, and we're not trying to blow air up Compass's skirt, but Compass continues to add value to the real estate sales process.
Exactly.
Right?
So today,
and nobody else has anything like this. And Diana, I will let you introduce it. What is it that Compass
today
introduced?
Compass launched, which we've been waiting for, and this was another great reason for us to be here.
Absolutely.
Is the bridge loan program
Bridge
for
loan?
buyers and sellers. So it's not just multi-millionaire developers; it's
Right.
for the average homeowner
Well,
who just wants to move from A to B, and they don't have necessarily the capital
Right.
on hand to get into the new house
Okay.
before they sell their own house.
Let me put on my Johnny Carson question asking Jimmy Fallon hat, okay? Who needs a bridge loan and why? Let's take a step back and talk about why this is so cool.
Everybody needs a bridge loan.
Well,
Who
but-
wants to
but
move from
I wanna
A
talk-
house to B house?
Right, but if I'm going to sell my house on Avenue A and I'm buying a new house on Avenue B, why don't I just move from Avenue A to Avenue B? What stops me from making that transition?
Well, because it's super stressful, process, as we know.
Right?
Because usually you find the house first.
That's right.
Before you want to sell your house. So that's usually the case, and that's why I think this whole process is super stressful.
But the bottom line is, for those who don't know how to utilize a bridge loan, is that the bridge loan is that bridge of money
Right.
that helps you get into the new house before you've sold the old house.
Right. Most of the time,
Right.
I would say 99% of the time, people have equity in their home.
Right.
And they need the equity for the down payment of the new house or
Right.
the new loan. Usually people move up in value.
Right.
And usually they're moving up in as far as mortgage payment goes as well.
Right. Or
So-
somebody who is house rich and cash poor.
Right. Or
They have $1
somebody
million
who has,
home and they have $9 in the bank.
Exactly. And then
Yeah.
they just want to, exactly. So for those individuals, which is, I would say, 99% of the population,
It is.
this bridge loan is a fantastic extra service that we provide now.
And again, I'm sorry to slow you down. The problem has been what in the past? Until today, when Compass announced this, the problem has been
That there is no bank who
Right.
actually gives bridge loan to just a regular individual.
right.
We did last year a bridge loan to a
Developer.
client who is a developer.
Right.
Exactly. They have many properties. They sold a new construction they bought. So there are exceptions within the bank. The reason why, because usually these bridge loans is a short loan and they
Right.
need to be paid back in 12 months or less.
right.
So, and the way how the bank usually gives this bridge loan is if you have a lot of equity or a lot of
Right.
money sitting in one home.
Right.
So,
But at least here in the South Bay, in Los Angeles, the odds of the average Joe or Jonah, anyway, the average person getting a bridge loan was 0.
right,
right?
and an average
happen.
person can have, exactly.
So you would lose what we call an up-leg home. You would lose the opportunity to buy that other home because your home hadn't sold.
And
Compass
because of
has solved that problem.
Exactly, and because of the market is such
Right.
here in the USA, which I love to do, because Europe is a little different. Usually people give honestly 6 months for you to sell or buy. It's like they're so calm and easygoing. So here, sellers don't like to take on contingent offers,
Right.
right? And contingent offers most of the time comes in when you are selling your other home.
Right.
Either you haven't put it on the market yet, or it's on the market but it's not really selling, or it's on the market and it's in escrow.
Okay.
Even then, it was really hard to kind of have an acceptance of a contingent offer.
Right.
So now with Compass Bridge Loan Program, Compass advances the down payment for the home seller to buy the new home.
Right.
So they become a buyer. And also they cover the upfront cost for 6 months of the cost of this loan.
Well, they don't cover it, but they pay it.
Right, they pay it upfront, and so basically it's the principal and interest, but not the taxes.
Right.
And then this home seller, which is the buyer, have technically 6 months to do this transition.
Right.
After the 6 months, they have to be able to pay the payments, and within 12 months, they have to pay off this loan.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of the trick. So obviously, those people who are leveraged, who don't have good credits, who really don't have the income to support the higher mortgage amount, they're not gonna be able to get this special loan.
Okay, so let's transition to that question.
It's really for
right. So you're I'll let you finish, but the idea here is this still is a product for very stable buyers, right?
Right.
Someone, as you said, with credit issues or too much extended credit probably will not be allowed into this program.
Right. So you still need to be approved,
Right.
and people, because there's a lot of money at
Right.
cost here. It's there is no limit at this point. Everybody can get as much money as they can qualify for.
Right.
But there is obviously an investigation and vetting process that
There's
you need to
vetting,
go through. And then obviously the idea is that the selling side, so the seller selling the house, is through the Compass agent.
Right.
Blake and Diana. And during the process, so what's great that the 6 months for a great transaction, when you know that it can sell very quickly,
Right.
between 30 to 60 days, it gives you still the time, honestly, to find a house, move into your new house, us getting ready for your old house, meaning we use Compass Concierge to fix up.
So wait, let me get
the
this straight.
home.
Are you telling me that I can use Compass Concierge to get the house ready and sellable, and my client can also use the bridge loan program
To buy that first,
Oh
the
my
new
God,
house first.
this is
Yeah.
amazing.
So really the idea is, if you're really up for it as a client, give me your keys and I move you from A to B
Right.
with a huge profit in your pocket. Pretty
Right.
much that's the ultimate goal here. I mean, absolutely, this program is revolutionary.
Well, it's another game changer for Compass.
And it's not just for Compass. Eventually, everybody's gonna start doing this
Right.
because they have to make people at ease from moving from A to B.
Right. Well, let's also talk about the fact that in the South Bay, I think there are 5,000 some odd agents overall, right? And as of right now, Compass has, I don't know, maybe there's 20 teams in the South Bay.
Yeah.
Which means there are the leaders like us, and then we have members
Yeah.
underneath us. There aren't a lot of Compass players in the South Bay at this point.
Yeah.
So if the idea of Compass Concierge, getting the home ready, appeals to you, and if the idea of needing a bridge loan or wanting the option to have a bridge loan appeals to you, Compass and agents like us are your only choice.
Yeah, and now, people can say, oh, what's the cash? And I'm sorry, it's very expensive and it costs a lot of money. But think about it. So we did many transactions when the client had to actually rent an Airbnb for 2 months, 3 months, up to 6 months even, plus holding their stuff in storage. So if you cut that cost out,
Right.
not to stressing out moving 2 times, 3 times,
Right.
then I'm sure at the end of the day, this program is much cheaper and much less stressful.
But you're missing the most important part. You're getting what you want. If the house that you want comes on the radar,
Right.
without this program, that house disappears.
Yeah. So here is how obviously it's gonna work on the real world.
Okay.
So the client engages a Compass agent, Blake and Diana,
Yes.
to sell their house because they want to find, I don't know, maybe a bigger house or a new construction or some a different neighborhood. So first,
Even
the way
downsizing,
how
right?
we're
Doesn't
gonna work
Yeah.
is we're gonna approve them through this program.
Right.
Once they get the approval, then we're gonna go out find a new house, right?
Right.
The uplet property. We get the acceptance, make the offer, get this whole bridge loan approval. So that will be step 1.
Right.
In the meantime, we evaluate obviously their old house where they're living, currently how much it's gonna sell for, what work it needs to be done. Once they transition to the new house and they move to the new house, then we're gonna list the house or get the house ready for sale and then sell it and then do this process, within the 6 months period.
So the catch here is getting a bank to work with you. And most banks today are a little bit reticent to work with a bridge loan. They want to make sure, as we discussed earlier, that the finances are right, or maybe their policies are they don't do bridge loans in combination with their own loan. But they're coming around to knowing this is a new way to generate new business. And as the market shifts and there are fewer transactions happening, which is happening now, they're becoming more open to it. So we've already talked to a couple of the big banks.
Yeah.
And they're okaying this. They're saying it's not public yet, but on a one-off basis, we look at the individual's finances and we can okay the bridge loan as part of the transaction.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, as I said, it's a revolutionary program, and absolutely Compass is a game changer.
Right.
It's not just like a cliche to say, because we have pretty marketing.
Right.
No, we actually have services, tools that an individual seller and buyer can benefit, not for the agent, for benefiting. And proof is in the pudding. It's happening, and it did happen.
Where's this pudding that everyone talks about, by the way?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know.